friends, and welcome to a new video. Welcome to my first week at my new university. I think most of you know this, but I just recently moved away from Berlin to a small town in Germany. I switched from a traditional university where I studied literature and political science to more of a liberal arts kind of school where everything is about creating and not just analyzing. And I'm studying literary writing, that's what they call it, but it's basically creative writing, culture journalism, music and voice, and art, visual arts. So basically I sing, paint, and write. And it's honestly been such a pipe dream, but I always thought I would never be able to do it in Germany because I just for the longest time thought that these schools didn't exist, and there's only 2 in Germany. It's very competitive. I applied thinking I wouldn't get in, but now I'm here. Now I live in a completely different city. I'm starting a new life and everything is honestly quite emotional and quite beautiful.
The longer you make the wide end, the longer the tie will hang when you're finished. Basically, you want to line up your tie like this. Take the wide end, thread it all the way through. Now take the wide end. All right. Put a full Windsor knot. Thank you.
The decision is going to be which side of your body.
So this is my first week of classes. It's Monday morning right now, and my first class is Introduction to Creative Writing. It's a basic course where I think we're gonna learn how to create a setting, how to write characters, how to write dialogue. So it's very much the craft of writing. And yeah, I'm very excited for that. The last few weeks have been honestly very emotional for me just because so much was changing, that's obvious, but there's also so much work that went into moving and creating a new home for myself. Because I was living with roommates, I don't really have any supplies, any tools like fridge, washer, things like that that I really own, because I've always just, moved into a place where all of that already exists. So I'm really building a home from scratch, and that's been taking up a lot of time. I also had a lot of jobs for social media, so it's just been mayhem, to be honest. This is the first week where I feel like I'm kind of, on my own, settling into routine, or at least trying to, because I still have so much to do. I don't have a kitchen, and yeah, that's just one of many things. But even though that's been stressful, I've been so happy. I've been much happier than I was in Berlin for the past months. And I know I haven't fully arrived here. I don't have a routine or a set life, but it's just an energy within myself and what I'm soaking up from the place around me that's really filling me with creativity and positivity and gratefulness. So all of these things are things that I want to focus on in the next years, and even saying the next years makes me realize how big a change this decision was, because my life trajectory was planned out quite differently than what it is now. I thought I was just gonna, you know, study in Berlin, but not like fully, just do it on the sideline and start working, live in major cities, da da da. I think the biggest change for me is reliving missed opportunities, and that is having a regular uni life. It's something I've always wanted, but due to COVID and me going to a huge school in Berlin, but mostly COVID, it was just impossible. I've always wanted to go to a school where I make a lot of friends that have similar interests than me, where you have I don't know, honestly, I don't even have to explain it. It's just the basic like image of what college is supposed to be and feel like, and I never had that. And I just thought being in Berlin, and it was also a part of why I wasn't super happy, but obviously like not the biggest, was exactly that I had no friends at uni. I didn't know anybody. It was super cold. It was the opposite of what I really wanted. And now coming here and, you know, having this like introduction week or erste Woche, how we say it in Germany, Spaß, is just, I don't know, like it feels so good to be here, and everything that I'm experiencing right now and that I will continuously experience throughout the next years is something where I was just like, okay, I'm just not gonna get that. I am on a different path, and that's okay, and the decisions I've made have led me here, but yeah, it's just something I have to accept. And now being like, whoa, like this dream that I've already accepted of not coming true, then coming true, if that makes sense, is just, I don't know, like triple, quadruple the happiness at the end of the day. And everything that I've heard from other people, everybody I've met last week, it's really perfect. It's the perfect time, perfect place. Everything just really like is clicking in my life, and that's so beautiful. I know for a fact that it wouldn't have been the right time to apply at 18 right after finishing like high school and everything, because I had to make all of those experiences that I did in the past years, working in journalism, writing my book, working on myself as a person, growing, and now is the time. Like I had to be 19 and crazy in Berlin to be able to focus now, if that makes sense. But now back to the vlog. I'm gonna go have coffee, and then I think I'm just gonna go. So let's go. I have been talking to you for too long. I have class in 25 minutes and I haven't had breakfast. I haven't packed my bag. Let's rush. Since it's gotten quite cold and I don't have a fridge, this is my fridge. Welcome to my kitchen. This is the kitchen. I'm currently grilling some toast in my little toaster. And that's gonna be my breakfast. Also packing my lovely school bag. Oh my god, I'm super late. I'm 15 minutes late. Oh, I got held up in traffic and I'm so... I just got back from my lecture today. I only had one class and it was pretty cool. I really liked my professor, and it also wasn't that embarrassing to be so late. I was really worried. Today we did kind of the history of creative writing in Germany and in America, because that's where it comes from. And it was super... Oh my god, that was me. I honked. Oh. creative writing programs come from the United States. They have a long tradition of having these programs at universities and have therefore established, I guess, a reputation, and that's where all the best schools in the world are, yada yada yada. And Germany does not. The only two schools that exist here have been around for only 20 years, and that's in part because of German history. I still have this big boy that I brought from Berlin here in my car, and I'm gonna text one of my classmates if he can come and help me carry it into my apartment. And then I have to start doing uni stuff, my homework and assignments and stuff like that. I'm gonna start my assignments right now, and after I came home I texted somebody from my class. It's so hard right now to call people friends or not because I've known them for a week, and it's kind of like, yes, we've hung out for a couple of days and I feel like they will become my friends, but it feels weird saying friend. But anyway, a person that I like, but that sounds like I'm in love with them. That's also wrong. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. I texted him if he could help me bring up my book shelf that was still in my car that I bought in Berlin off of eBay, and we ended up sitting here. He was my first guest in my living room. We had some coffee, we chatted, got to know each other because I'd only talked to him like a little bit in class, but he lives super close, so that's why I asked him. And it was so lovely and so interesting. Yeah, just, you know, getting to know somebody, and that was super cool. Now I'm a little behind schedule, but I feel like, you know, prioritizing my mental health and making friends and things like that is super important to me right now, so it was definitely time well spent. And yeah, this is where I'm gonna work now. I thought if I should sit in the armchair, but I think I'm just gonna work here on the couch. And yeah, in the evening I think I'm gonna try to set up the bookshelf, maybe do some organizing around here. I'm not 100% sure yet, but this is first. Just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night. Cloistered in injustice dead. And in the eyes of time. For this class we're collaboratively annotating an excerpt from a novel. It's a contemporary novel. And basically what we do is, in this program, everybody's annotating, and then there's, for example, discussions that can be posted. So you can, for example, react to things that somebody else has said, and then in class we will discuss our annotations. And it's honestly one of my favorite things to do. I don't like that it's on a computer because I love annotating in real life, but it's still super cool because I annotate my books heavily, and being able to have discussions through annotations is honestly very cool. So I'm enjoying this task a lot right now. I'm done with my first assignment for my class on post-GDR literature, which is post-East German literature. So that means that it's authors who were born at the end of East Germany, the GDR. So yeah, basically they didn't really live during that time anymore, but there's a lot of generational trauma and still cultural differences between people whose parents grew up in Western Germany and people whose parents grew up in Eastern Germany before the reunification. So it's a very interesting perspective. I absolutely love the book. It's called Familie der geflügelten Tiger. I don't know if it exists in translations. I would say it doesn't, but let me see. No, it doesn't exist. Now I have to study music. I am really questioning my decision of studying music because for all my life I've been terrible at music. I mean terrible, as in terrible. I played the violin, I played the piano, I played the flute, I played you can't even say played anymore. Like I played like percussion, like that's not even an instrument. Then I did choir. I was thrown out of the choir, and that's a downgrade. Like I went from violin to getting thrown out of choir, and even after playing so many instruments, I still can't read notes. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Try to learn how to read musical notes. I've got my little piano. I've got my big piano. Let's go. A fun fact I found out very recently is that in German music you have C, D, E, F, G, A, H, C. But in English you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, not H. And do you know why? Because a monk in like the 12th century or something, he misspelled B. He confused B with an H, and now it's just H in German. Like that's the reason. That's what? It makes so much more sense if it's a B, but they decided not to. Also, I'm embarrassed that I tried to sing. That was so embarrassing. Please forgive me. I'm gonna get started now, because it's almost 8 and I feel like I have not accomplished enough today. No! I didn't know it was possible to suck so hard at IKEA furniture. Like, what the fuck? This is the bottom part. This is the top part. This is the bottom part. Even like I can't even like do the math, work it around in my brain. Like what the wow, I feel so stupid. It's not exactly built very well. It's damaged in like 7 million places, but it was 20 euros and it survived coming from Berlin to here in a car on many bumpy roads where it got some scratches like over here. I think that's from being in the car, but I don't care. I am glad. Hello friends, it's day 2, it's Tuesday, and I'm currently on my way to uni. I am not as late as yesterday, but I thought I was gonna be earlier, but it's all fine. My first class right now is music theory. Yeah, that's what I was studying yesterday, and I hope I don't die. It's really, it's the thing I just suck the most at. I just know it's gonna be such a pain. But whatever. And after that, I have History of Pop Music 1, which means it's 1800 until 1950s. And then in the second semester, in this like History of Pop Music 2, we're gonna do 1950s till 2000. So like rock and roll and like EDM and hip hop, jazz. No, I think jazz is earlier. I'm not sure. I still have to learn a lot, obviously. But yeah, so today I only have music, which is fun, but also terrifying because I suck at it. I thought I would have my little dinner and talk to you, but I just realized it's super rough because normally when you eat and speak, somebody is speaking and you're eating, and then you're speaking and the other people are eating, and now it's just me. How am I feeling? Honestly, very good. I'm still tired, and I now realize, I mean I always knew, but like I realize how crazy of a job interior designing is, because I'm doing my max and it's not looking like anybody is doing the max. And yeah, I don't know. I just want my apartment to be done, but at the same time I don't want to rush it. So in terms of uni, I'm very happy. It's been a wonderful week, honestly. It's been incredible, and I'm still grappling with the idea that this is what I'm doing right now. Just because, I don't know, like yesterday I was writing a text for as an assignment, and I titled it Cheese Water, and it was this like, not super experimental, but it was just this creative text that I was writing. And then I was done and I was like, whoa, this is my homework. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm writing prose, or the other day I wrote a poem. Like, it's so wild. And yeah, I'm really happy. I'm trying to think of things that are like not going well, because yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to talk about me being happy, because when I'm not, there's always so much depth and layers, and I mean, to happiness there's also a lot of layers, but it's just, I don't know, what else can I say? I'm doing good. I have peace of mind. Life is life. I'm loving living alone. Like, I am loving it. It's incredible. Like, the silence is just supreme. The noises, and with noises I mean music, is also supreme. I installed my little Siri guy, which Oscar gave me for my birthday last year, and it's just been a bliss, you know? I'm listening to music loudly, not like bothering my neighbors, but like, you know, respectfully loudly all day, and like, it's boosting my energy. Yesterday I was kind of in a bad mood. At the end of the day I was kind of like super exhausted, and I really missed my boyfriend for the first time, and I haven't seen him in like a month and a half. I've seen him like twice, but always just for like a few hours, because I was like in Berlin for half a day and stuff like that. And it's weird that I haven't missed him. But also like a good kind of weird. Like, it's not like we're drifting apart, it's just kind of we're becoming our own people again, and that's like the period we're in right now, which I think is pretty cool, because I feel like in the summertime we did get to a point where I was very much hyper fixated on him because I was so unhappy with my life, so I was just like clinging to him. And so yeah, me not missing him is kind of like a good thing, but of course I will still miss him, and I did a lot yesterday, and I was like calling him and be like, please come visit me, I'm so lonely. After we talked on the phone, I was like super down. I thought I was gonna go to bed and just like not be able to fall asleep, listen to like a million ASMR videos. And then I just played some music that's like the old music I used to listen to when I was 13. And it like, damn, my mood was, I was like cleaning up and organizing and doing things until 2 a.m. which was unfortunately the reason for why I woke up so late today, but whatever. Before I end this vlog, I kind of want to try to find some kind of coherent conclusion, and it's super hard because I'm in the middle of this process, so it's hard to, you know, say anything, but what I can say is that this happened at the exact right moment. I mean, I've said this before, I don't know why I'm trying to say it again, but I'm just fucking grateful. Like, it's insane. I'm so excited to become a better writer, to become a writer. I mean, technically I am already. It's also very like schizophrenic being here and having published a best-selling book, because I don't know how to put it, but my book is non-fiction, so it is something that I'm extremely proud of, but at the same time it feels like I never wrote it, and it's like not my book, but like somebody else who used to live in my body, if that makes sense. I feel like that a about a lot of my like accomplishments. I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't do it. Like some other woman in my body did it. It's very weird. But basically I've been trying to hide that because I'm uncomfortable with, I don't know, like I don't want people to think that I'm walking in here and I'm like, oh my god, I wrote like a book. Because everybody's so fucking talented and I feel like an imposter. Like it's so bad. I have to start working on my confidence when it comes to my writing. Maybe I don't have to work on my confidence, I don't know, but truth is I'm quite self-conscious about it just because, I don't know. I think I've gotten like a bit more self-conscious in my writing in these past days just because I've never been confronted with so much young talent. Like I'm confronted with talent every day that I take a novel from my shelf and I'm like, damn, I will never be this good. But at the same time, it's like, okay, that's like an acclaimed, like classic author. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like they're not a person anymore. And then you have this kid who's like 17 in your class and they write like crazy stuff. So yeah, but I'm also like not self-conscious or jealous in a negative way. There's actually two types of jealousy. There's black jealousy and white jealousy in psychology. And black jealousy is when you hate that person, you want that they're suffering, you want like the worst, you know? And if it's white jealousy, it's kind of like being like, oh, I'm jealous of like Harry Styles or like some author, kind of like I want that for myself, but I'm not like mad or I have no negative emotions towards them personally. And I used to be like, oh no, I used to be, I think I still am a very like black jealous person in the sense of that I have that. I just compare myself a lot to other people. But I'm honestly very surprised by myself that I would consider everything I'm feeling as white jealousy. I'm like, damn, I love what you're doing. I wish I was you, but I also don't because I'm fine with myself. I don't know, it sounds pretty healthy. I'm so surprised by myself. I'm like, wow, look at you, like not being toxic in there. No, honestly, it sounds good. It sounds fine. So yeah, this is it. I'm happy and I love. Okay, one last thing. I swear I'm gonna shut up after this, but I love you people, and I know I don't say this very often, and the reason behind this is that I feel super awkward like about like being on social media just because I don't feel like it. And so all of these like mannerisms that YouTubers do, like click and subscribe, I love my community, like it just feels weird to me. But that's just something I really deeply have been feeling in these past like few weeks over the summer, since I started posting again, since I switched my content to English, since so many things have changed, and there's just so many of you being like, wow, I really support you, I love you, and I just want to say I love you back. I've been texting with some people on Instagram, and every time I do it, I'm just like, wow, like you are so cool, you are so interesting, you're so smart and intelligent and like beautiful people. So I know it's dumb and cheesy and I'm a cringe YouTuber, but I just want to say it because I mean it, and I never say it. Not never, but like not all the time. Yeah, here's to me and a new chapter of my life and you being in it, because I hope you will forever be in it. And you know what, in 10 years I'm gonna be like famous novelist and you're all gonna be like, oh, I remember her first uni vlog when she was studying creative writing and that's how she became this amazing writer. No, I'm gonna shut up now, this is so embarrassing. Bye. These are the videos where like in a year I look back and I'm like, ew, like disgusting, like ugh.